Third, magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor and magnetism. Now, our today topic is Biot-Savart law, and this is very important article. Very important article, and some application is also there which you have to learn and prepare all these things for CBSE exam. Biot-Savart law. Another name is also there, Laplace law. Okay, not confused with this name. This is the second name is there. Now, what is this? What type of law is this? And what kind of condition is there? And what thing you want to or you can to calculate or determine from this law? Biot-Savart law. It is an experiment given by or done by Biot-Savart. In this, magnetic field at a point due to a small current element can be determined. This lies deals with the magnetic field due to small current element. What is the meaning of element? Means small part of that conductor you have to take, and then you can that deals with the study of magnetic field due to a current element. Means if you have a current element, then you can take the value of magnetic field around it. You can take a value of magnetic field around it. But to understand this concept, let us design a figure. Suppose this is the conductor. XY are its end. These are its end of this conductor. Suppose current I is flowing through it. In this way, or Y to X, you can take anything. And suppose a point P is there. A point P is there. Here you want to calculate magnetic field. This is a current carrying conductor, XY, and this is a point where you want to, take the value of magnetic field. Now, here you have to take current element. Means you have to take small part of that. Okay, suppose this length is L and this is DL. Suppose this length is L. You have to take only the small part of this conductor. Okay. Now from there, suppose this is point A at the conductor. Design a line in this way. This is the angle theta in between this current element and this position vector. This point P distance from there is called R, position vector. Very important role is there of R in our formula. And this is this small part here. AB part you can take. AB is equal to DL, and this small part is current element. Okay, theta is the angle. Theta is the angle between DL vector, IDL you can say, and R, position vector. Because current is a scalar quantity, I want to take the angle between current and position vector. But because current is a scalar quantity, here you can see here current is moving on the conductor. Means current move along a conductor. Then we can take the value of length as a vector. The value of length as a vector. Means the work of I done by the dl. Done by the dl. Here you can see here now, this magnetic field always directly proportional to, because small current element is dl here. So here the value of magnetic field not b, it will be small part of b. It will be small part, and this b is directly proportional to IDL sine theta upon r square. IDL sine theta upon r square. This is in scalar form, but in vector form it can be written as I dl cross, wait, dl vector cross r vector upon r cube. In this way, this is scalar form, this is vector form of this formula. In this, theta is the angle between not dl and I, not dl and I, dl and r. dl is what? On which current is moving, flowing. So dl is considered as direction of current. Direction of current. That's why it is the angle between dl and r, and you can say in your mind, I is the angle, theta is the angle between I and r. But I is not a vector. I am speaking this thing again and again. I is not a vector, but this theta is the angle between I and r, and I is not a vector. This is a scalar. That's why we are taking dl for considering this I. Okay, like area element, because area is not a vector quantity. But if you are taking area vector of something, then you have to take cos n cap. This is the direction normal. Then this is the area vector. So this is the surface ds, small part. Okay, so you can write ds vector. Otherwise, area is not a vector quantity. Area is scalar quantity. But by this normal, you can take this area as a vector. Here, this thing is also similar to that. Because I is a scalar quantity and I want to take the angle between this and this. Then how? This I moves along this length, and this length work as a vector. This length work as a vector. So on account of this dl, you can take the direction of I. Okay. In this way, this law, this equation given by Biot-Savart to find the magnetic field, but only the small part you can take. But this dB can be converted into B, means whole magnetic field, whole wire, whole conductor magnetic field, by taking integration on both sides. By taking integration on both sides. Okay. Now the next thing is application. Application of Biot-Savart law, where you can apply these equations or laws, and where and how you can get the value of magnetic field. There are 2 or 3 applications here of Biot-Savart, and in this application, maybe 1 or 2 questions you can see in your CBSE exam. Yes. Magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying current. Magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying current. Very, very lengthy article and special case also there for reasoning or conceptual type question. So understand this concept. State wire. Very long wire is this in this way, and its stand is Y and X. Okay. Now take a point here for P point. From here, the distance of this point P is for C. C point is this. Okay. You can take the dotted line. This is point P. Now take a small element. Suppose a current flowing from Y to X or X to Y. You can take any direction. Suppose current I is flowing through it from X to Y. Now let us take small element. Suppose AB and this is DL. Take this length is L because in finite length is this XY. I am taking only the CB as a length L. Okay, this is L. Now this is the small part IDL. You can take here current element AB, IDL, and from there this point P has a distance. How much distance is this? But you can say here position vector R. This is what? Sorry, take this theta. This is what? 90-degree angle. And what is left here? 4, 5. I want to take the magnetic field at P due to this conductor and current flowing from X to Y here. And I am consider a current element here AB. From this part, how much magnetic field is there? And what is the direction of magnetic field? You can take by right hand thumb rule. In this direction current and magnetic field inward. Magnetic field is inward here. And I want to take the value of dB at this point due to this current element. This is our purpose. Okay. Now, how can you determine the magnetic field? Applying Biot-Savart law. dB is what? Mu naught upon 4 pi. Mu naught is what? Permeability of free space. Epsilon naught is what? Permittivity of free space. And what is mu naught here? Permeability of free space. Permeability for free space. Its value is what? 4 pi into 10 raised to the power -7 and unit is Weber ampere inverse meter inverse. This is the unit. Value is fixed here. If any medium is there, then mu naught and something like dielectric constant you can take here. Now the formula is what? Mu naught upon 4 pi, applying Biot-Savart law here, I dl cross r vector upon r cube. This is Biot-Savart law. But this law you have to apply here for calculating dt. Now, if we are taking its magnitude, then it can be written as mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta, because dl magnitude, r magnitude, sine theta upon r cube is there, r to r cancel, then r square is left. This is scalar form. Now in right angle triangle POC, take this point O. In right angle triangle POC, what is the value of sine theta or theta plus phi? Firstly, theta plus phi is equal to what? 90 degree. And what is theta? 90 minus phi. Then sine theta can be written as sine 90 minus phi, or sine theta can be written as sine 90 minus phi is what? Cos phi. Note this thing, because I am taking the value of sine theta in terms of phi here, dl and r. Three values I want to take from this figure. So this is the value of sine theta. Number 2, this is number 1 equation. So now the next thing is cos phi. Cos phi is equal to, in this right angle, cos phi is equal to, what is cos phi? You know this thing, PBP, HHB. Cos phi is what? Base upon hypotenuse. This is angle. In front of this is perpendicular, this is base, this is hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse. This upon this means A upon R. A upon R is equal to cos phi, but I want to take the value of R, or R is equal to A upon cos phi. Now this is your next value which you have to put in this relation. Now sine theta is cos phi, R is A by cos phi. Now the term left is dl. How can you take the value of dl? Now the third step is, from this right angle triangle, determine tan phi. Tan phi is what? Perpendicular upon base. Tan phi perpendicular upon base. In front of phi perpendicular, this is L and base A. So L upon A, you can write here. Now by cross multiply, L is equal to A tangent phi. In this way you can write. Now differentiate with respect to phi. Differentiate L with respect to phi. This term becomes dl A tangent phi differentiation in terms of with respect to phi is equal to secant square phi. Remember this thing, medical student, tan phi or tan theta, tan x integration with respect to x is equal to secant square x. Tan x integration is secant square x. Okay. Sorry, not dx. Tan x integration is secant square x dx. Dx with this. Okay, in this way. So apply this thing here. dl is equal to a tangent phi secant square phi d phi. Now this is your next value of dl, equation 4. Now 2, 3 and 4. Put 2, 3 and 4 values in equation 5. Put 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1. Then first become dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I at the place of dl a secant square phi d phi sin theta is what? Cos phi upon r square means a square upon cos square phi. Okay, right? Now what is left? This thing becomes dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi. Right here k for this because constant is this. From this a to 1 cancel, cos square phi to this secant square phi cancel. Because if you are converting cos phi 1 upon secant square phi, then secant square phi cancel. And the term left is I cos phi d phi upon a. I cos phi d phi upon a. Now this is the thing. This is your required result. But one thing is there, and this is what? If the conductor is infinitely very long, infinite long, then this angle of phi, this angle phi has a limit. Now this result I am writing here. dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I cos phi d phi upon a. So this length of conductor xy is very long, very high. Then this phi at point P has a limit. This angle is phi 1. This angle is phi 1 in below section, and this angle is phi 2 from this horizontal line. And this is in downward and this is in upward. You can see this thing. Phi 1 is in downward and phi 2 is in upward. So this is the limit of this phi. Now, if we want to take value of b, then take its integration. Then this dB becomes b. But limit of what? Phi. Phi limit we have to require here, and phi limit is what? Phi 1 to phi 2. But the direction is opposite. This is downward, this is upward. So take this downward is with minus phi 1 and this one is plus phi 2. This is the limit of phi. Okay. This is the limit of phi. Now solve it. Mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A minus phi 1. Only the term of phi will be in integration. Now this is the thing which you have to integrate now. Now what is the result? Mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A. What is the integration of cos phi? Cos phi integration is sin phi. And this is minus phi 1, this is plus phi 2. Now upper limit minus lower limit. Mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A sin phi 2 minus sin minus phi 1. And minus minus plus. So from here the required result is now sin phi 2 plus sin phi 1. Now this is the relation for calculating the magnetic field of whole conductor, not the small current element. Okay, for whole conductor you can determine the magnetic field. Okay, suppose this length of conductor is infinite long. If this is infinite long, then this value phi 1 becomes 90 degrees from there, approximately 90 degrees. Okay, because length is so long, from there if you are taking the angle, we तो यही करते हैं sir. So now put this 90 degree angle phi 1 value and phi 2 value in the relation. In case of very long, infinite long conductor, this relation now become mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A sin 90 plus sin 90. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now this relation become mu naught upon 4 pi 2I upon A. When the conductor is very large, very long. Okay. Suppose now this point P is at this end. Now then what will happen? Only this angle is 90, phi 1 is 90 and phi 2 is 0. Okay. In this case, this relation become sin 0 plus sin 90. In second one, B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A sin 0 plus sin 90. 0 plus 1 and you will get mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A. Then mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A. Whether it is there or there, no difference at the in front of y or in front of x. If point P lies there, only one angle is 90 and other angle will be 0 degree, and you will get mu naught upon 4 pi IA relation only. IA relation. Okay. If this point P is on the conductor or here, suppose here, then there is no angle between DL and R. Then vector DL cross vector R is what? There is no angle because point P lie on the conductor. So this is the case of parallel. Cross product of DL and R vector is equal to 0. And you know very well, DB vector is equal to what? mu naught 4 pi I dl cross r upon r cube. This is the relation. This is 0, then everything is 0. So no magnetic field is there. Magnetic field value is 0 at there. Okay. So now the query session is there. Student, if you have any query, any question related to this topic, and these are our special case 1, 2, and 3.